I'd like to turn our attention back to Diane Roberts, who recently had a chance to speak with Jill Smith, president of Digital Globe. As many of you know, Digital Globe is a global provider of commercial, high-resolution world imagery products and services. Let's find out a little bit more from Diane.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm joined now today by Jill Smith, the chairman and CEO of Digital Globe. Digital Globe is a leading provider of high-resolution satellite imagery, product, and services, one of the many leading providers. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here today. Let's start with the fact that you are a member of the board of directors of USGIF. Tell us about what you do, what is your role, and the mission of USGIF.
Good morning. Thank you very much. A pleasure to be here. So first of all, in terms of the mission of USGIF, from my perspective, as I understand it, really threefold. One is to build the geospatial intelligence community. Second of all is education to enhance the tradecraft. And then thirdly is in accelerating innovation. It's actually very parallel to the core focus of the GeoInt conference that's happening. And so in terms of how I see the role of the board. Role of a board has two core missions. One is governance. Second of all is really helping to accelerate and enable the USGIF team to be effective in its role. And trust me, they're already very effective in their role. They've rolled out an extraordinary set of capabilities to deliver that mission. They have conferences such as GeoInt and otherwise, educational opportunities, sponsorships, GeoInt 101, as well as, of course, providing the foundational network. And so from a governance perspective, we can make sure that all of those activities continue to be aligned to service the needs of the constituencies that USGIF represents. And then second of all is, given that we're from one of those constituencies, i.e. satellite imagery, and from industry, to ensure that in particular the needs of those constituencies are met, as well as that we can help shape and interpret what's going on through the eyes of industry and through the eyes of satellite imagery providers such as ourselves.
You sort of touched on it, but how does your participation on the board benefit the foundation?
I think, if you, first of all, to provide a little bit of context for Digital Globe provides high-resolution satellite imagery products and services, as you highlighted. We are very focused on innovating to drive growth in the industry, to break down the barriers that we think get in the way to GeoInt, in effect, realizing its full potential to solve a lot of problems. And so, as such, our core mission is very, very aligned with the core mission of USGIF. And so as such, as a representative of a company whose mission is in alignment, we can help shape, interpret the activities that are going on. So, for example, the agenda at GeoInt itself, is it appropriately representing that community? Are the issues that we think are paramount being appropriately addressed? Are the people that are captured here? We can continue to, in addition, provide resources to help USGIF, such as supporting GeoInt as a conference, lending resources to strengthen the educational agenda, and very, very importantly, just continue the ongoing dialogue to enrich the broader discussion that is essential to this business.
When you look at the relationship between Digital Globe and USGIF, how does it benefit your company?
It's really multifaceted. You can think about the remit as really touching on a whole range of different areas. It touches on technology, R&D, business development, policy, strategy. And so here you have an organization that is aligned with our business, and so the points of intersection are manifold. And so we certainly take advantage of, and as we've discussed, participate in and help shape the key forums. So we actively engage and work with USGIF to provide access to our people, to network, to meet some of the key people that are influencing and shaping the future of our industry, to provide people, enable people to participate in the dialogue. In addition, obviously education is that in terms of if we are to be successful as a company, if this industry is to go where it needs to go to really take it to the next level, then we need partners such as USGIF who can really help to educate and bring to bear the skills, the knowledge, the understanding of the basics as well as the complexities and nuances of this industry. So we think it's an essential and dynamic relationship that's very important to us.
It sounds like a good partnership. So if you had to look at one of the biggest issues facing Digital Globe, what might that be, and how would USGIF be of help?
And so I really come back to this issue of innovation and breaking down the barriers to growth. The barriers are manifold across the industry. They start with convergence of multiple technologies. They start with gaps that exist today between, for example, the commercial sector and the government sector, and how you bring to bear and share knowledge, technology, and otherwise. And so USGIF as a community can help break down the barriers internally to help solve some of those problems. And so for us, at its very, very core, the innovation that's part of the mission of USGIF and the innovation that we are striving to achieve, USGIF is an essential part of driving that.
If you can, look into the future and tell me what it is for Digital Globe and USGIF and the community at large.
No, I think it would be presumptuous of me to suggest where USGIF would strive to go. But if we think about those sort of three core areas, certainly education, there's been a new director hired to help drive the educational programs. I think the deeper, the richer, the broader that reach, the better we will all be. In addition, use of new technologies in terms of education, so that we can expand the reach of the USGIF programs beyond sort of in situ programs to national and, as appropriate, international programs. In terms of innovation, is really continuing to push the edge, beyond a sort of either a US-centric or a government-centric or a narrowly defined geo-centric view to really expanding that scope and enabling that dialogue. And then, of course, in terms of building the community, is bringing to bear international, other business-related experiences into the mix, because all of that's part of the melange, that's all part of the dynamic that is essential to really push this industry forward.
Thank you so much, not just for your time, but sharing your knowledge with us today. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you. My pleasure, Diane.
All right, very good. So that, of course, is Jill Smith, Chairman and CEO of Digital Globe. Back to you.